How did Itachi escape Edo Tensei? If the topic is genjutsu, then Itachi has to be involved. And to really understand how the most powerful genjutsu of the Sharingan works, and why Shisui's power could defeat literally anyone, just keep reading with me. Hi guys, and a good day is always a good day to talk about Itachi, one of the coolest, most complex ninjas of all time. So let's finally answer this question and truly understand what happened. From the very beginning of the anime, Itachi has always been a character people either loved or hated. But when he first showed up in Naruto Classic, Kishimoto already had his full story planned. Itachi was always meant to be a good guy, but one who committed one of the worst atrocities we've ever seen in the series. And out of everything that went wrong in his life, the worst problems were the ones he himself created. This whole mess with the Uchiha clan, especially with the clan leader, who was none other than his own father, was a silent war, a fight between family, but without ever being declared. Being forced to spy on your own clan, your own blood, that alone made Itachi unable to trust almost anyone. He decided early on, if something had to be done, he'd do it alone. Because honestly, out of everyone, only the third Hokage seemed like someone Itachi could actually trust to do the right thing. So much so that when Hiruzen died, the first thing Itachi did was check on Sasuke. Because trusting Danzo? Come on guys, we know better. Danzo isn't just untrustworthy. The guy isn't even a decent human being. He's a straight-up piece of S, dealing with twisted people like Danzo, Fugaku, even pretending to be loyal inside the Akatsuki. All of this meant that Itachi was always surrounded by enemies. Even Kisame, who Itachi treated like a brother, never knew the truth. That's how deep Itachi's paranoia went. That's how alone he truly was. And this loneliness led to one thing. He had to clean up his own mess, the one he left behind for Sasuke. When he got Shisui's eye, there was no Naruto, no chosen one, no one he could hand things over to and say, I trust this guy, he'll do the right thing. That person simply didn't exist yet. So Itachi decided he would use Shisui's eye to stop Sasuke from doing anything stupid. That was the only path forward. Maybe Sasuke would find a way to take his eyes and awaken the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, which meant Sasuke might fall into darkness forever. And that's where Kotoamatsukami comes in, one of the most broken genjutsu techniques ever created. See, Shisui wasn't just a top-tier ninja. At the time, he was actually stronger than Itachi, and one of the fastest ninjas alive. But above all, he was the greatest genjutsu user in the Uchiha clan. And here's a cool detail, guys. The name Kotoamatsukami, most of the ultimate Mangekyo Sharingan powers are named after Japanese gods, like Susanoo, Tsukuyomi, Amaterasu. But Kotoamatsukami, that name refers to 5 gods at once, the original divine beings from the creation of the universe. Because Amatsukami means heavenly gods, but Kotoamatsukami means the distinguished heavenly gods. In other words, gods among gods. So just from the name alone, we already know this jutsu isn't just powerful. It's something completely on another level, so broken that it had to be written out of the series and never appeared again. And only Danzo and Itachi were able to use it, thanks to the single eye they each obtained from Shisui. That's how insane this genjutsu was. Even Obito went absolutely insane when Danzo died and destroyed the Sharingan on purpose, just to make sure it wouldn't fall into Akatsuki hands. That's how dangerous Kotoamatsukami is. That's how far ahead Itachi was thinking, and that's how he broke free from Edo Tensei. Not through brute force, but by playing the smartest game of genjutsu the series has ever seen. Well, I gotta admit, Danzo wasn't stupid. And that was actually a smart move. Just imagine Obito with Shisui's eye. There wouldn't be a single soul able to stop him, so just say it already. What the hell does that damn eye do? All right, I'll say it. Calm down. The game-changing feature of Shisui's Kotoamatsukami is exactly this. It's a genjutsu that can access the enemy's memory and rewrite it however he wants. Shisui can create fake experiences, implant memories that never happened in real life, but because they get stored inside the guy's brain like any other real memory, it becomes impossible to know they're not true. And here's why this is so broken. Everything we feel, everything we see, touch, hear, has to pass through the brain to be processed. All those stimuli from the outside world, they're all filtered through your mind. And this jutsu, it doesn't just mess with what you're sensing. It goes straight into the command center, the part of your brain that stores your memories, controls your thoughts, and moves your body. Basically, Shisui becomes a hacker, hijacking your entire system from the inside. So the big twist here is that Shisui doesn't just control what you see. He rewires your brain. He reprograms your reality. And you don't even know it happened. And that's what makes it so devastating, that subtlety, that absolute control. So when Itachi's crow flew out of Naruto, it triggered one specific command: protect the hidden leaf. And because that genjutsu was cast using Shisui's eye, the same eye that Itachi had trusted with a command, that order overrode all the other commands Kabuto had placed on him through Edo Tensei. Got it now? Kabuto had control over Itachi because of the Edo Tensei, and Itachi was supposed to follow his orders. But when Shisui's eye activated and gave him one specific order, that became the only thing Itachi could follow, completely breaking Kabuto's control. Itachi is so damn badass that he literally controlled himself, just to avoid being controlled by someone else. It sounds confusing, but here's the simple version. There were two commands, Kabuto's and Shisui's, and since Shisui's genjutsu is stronger, it completely cancelled Kabuto's hold. And we're talking about Kabuto, who had practically perfect control even over someone like Nagato. But in that moment, Akatsuki was moving against Konoha. So the command to protect the village meant going 100% against Akatsuki, and that snapped Itachi right out of Kabuto's grasp. And the craziest part? Even with the eye destroyed, once that command was activated, it was permanent. It stays forever. And it's just wild to think that Itachi would still have to face Sasuke's free will, because at that point, Sasuke was so far gone, he wasn't even thinking straight anymore. He'd become someone driven purely by trauma, a walking weapon, a danger to the world. And that's it, guys. Question answered. Now you know, Shisui's command to Itachi was stronger than Kabuto's Edo Tensei control. If that clicked for you, awesome. Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear what you think. And if anything's still unclear, just comment. I'll answer it all, here or in a future video. For more Naruto content, more Itachi, more of the most badass shinobi, just hit subscribe. There's a video waiting just for you. And hey, don't forget to drop a like, guys. Seriously, thank you so much. It helps a ton. See you soon.